Hello everyone. This channel provides the latest information on the Three Gorges Dam. If you are interested, please subscribe to our channel. Everyone loves the Three Gorges Dam. At 7 a.m. on December 20th, local time in China, the water level of the Three Gorges Dam was 167.56 meters. Compared to the water level on the 16th of this month, this is a rise of 4 centimeters, so it is almost the same. Looking at this dam from the upstream side, the water level seems to be around the line indicated. As of 9 a.m., the upstream observation station recorded a flow rate of 6,520 cubic meters per second, while the inflow to the Three Gorges Dam was 6,600 cubic meters per second. Subtracting this gives an estimated total of 80 cubic meters per second from the dam area and tributaries. Both the upstream observation station and the Three Gorges Dam have been recording low inflows for several months. As of 7 a.m., the total discharge from the Three Gorges Dam was 6,990 cubic meters per second. The dam's maximum hydroelectric discharge capacity is 31,000 cubic meters per second. A simple calculation would suggest that the Three Gorges Dam is operating at 23% power, with 7 hydroelectric turbines in operation. This year has seen record low rainfall, which has reduced the amount of water flowing into the dam and reduced power generation.
NISHIYAN channel.
Let's take a look at the information on the Three Gorges Dam released by the Hunan Provincial Hydrological Bureau of China. The discharge volume, shown in black, has returned to stable operation at the upper limit. Meanwhile, the inflow volume, shown in green, is on a downward trend, as you can see. There has been no significant change in the dam's water level. It is far from their target water level of 175 meters, and will likely not be achieved. Did you know that the Three Gorges Dam was said to have had various cracks of various sizes even when it was built? We will look at photos and videos from various angles and discuss the current situation. The Three Gorges Dam was built in the middle of the Yangtze River in China's inland area. Construction officially began in December 1994, and official media reports that this year marks the 30th anniversary of the dam's construction. Construction was carried out in 3 phases and completed in 2009. Looking at the satellite photo, the upper left is the upstream side and the right is the downstream side. The dam is 2,309 meters long and 185 meters high, making it one of the largest in the world. Next to the dam itself, there is a ship lift for lifting and lowering ships. This is a photo taken from the downstream side, and it looks like this when viewed from the left bank of the reservoir side. Now, on to the main topic. Let's take a closer look at this image. In the previous photo, this area was taken from the air, and we can see a car carrier. As we can see from the photo, there are about 10 cars lined up side by side. A passenger car is about 1.9 meters wide, so if we calculate it as 2 meters, the width of this part seems to be over 20 meters. And it is this part that our channel has focused on. We can see a gap that looks like a crack. Comparing the size of the previous car with this mysterious line that is not straight, we can imagine that it is not 1 or 2 centimeters wide. It looks like a fairly large crack. As those of you who watch this channel know, there are several areas around the ship lift that appear to be cracked. This is a sideways view downstream, and there is a jagged part at the bottom of the screen. No matter how you look at it, it is a line that does not seem to be part of the design. This is a fairly old photo from the time of construction, and a new photo taken this year looks like this, so I think it may have been repaired. In December 2020, 4 years ago, the authorities over there announced that a plan to renovate large and medium-sized dams in China was announced, and that the Three Gorges Dam was included in it. In September of this year, official media announced that the renovation was completed, but there was no mention of what was repaired or how. This channel speculates that this part may be included in one of the renovation works. As far as the news has announced, the construction period is quite short. Therefore, even if it looks beautiful, I suspect that it is just a cosmetic touch-up rather than a fundamental renovation. Next, please pay attention to this part of the previous photo. In fact, a line like this can also be seen from a different angle. This is not imagination, it is clearly a crack. Since it can be seen from this distance, it can be assumed that the crack is quite wide. In terms of vertical length, it seems to be about 15 meters. So far, I have mainly talked about the left side of the shiplift from the upstream side, but on the right side, there is also a suspicious line. It is like a gap that does not look like a pre-designed line. You can see the same line on Google Earth. I think there are various problems around the facilities attached to the dam. The Three Gorges Dam is a gigantic concrete gravity dam, and experts would generally agree that it will not collapse easily. I have visited several dams over the past few years, and my honest impression is that it is highly unlikely to collapse that easily. However, there is one thing that concerns me a little. There are many dams in China that are equipped with a ship lift, a device for lifting ships, next to the dam's embankment. Moreover, these ships are not small, but large ships of around 3,000 tons, like the car carrier mentioned earlier. With these ships being raised and lowered almost 365 days a year, you can imagine the tension in many places. As you can see from the photos of the time of construction, there is a gap between the time the dam was built and the time this shiplift was completed. Of course, they must have calculated its strength, but even if the dam itself is solid, there are many problems lurking next to it. Finally, I'll just say one more thing. If you look closely at the dam on satellite photos, you can see a red object on top of the dam. This is a crane, which is used in dam operation. It is about as tall as an 8-story building, and moves on top of the dam on rails. As it is such a large structure, it is only natural that the dam is under tension. If you look closely, you can see that radial cracks have been repaired. The rails are about 30 meters wide, so you can imagine how enormous the cracks are. With these everywhere, it's starting to worry. Let's look at the 12-hour performance of windy. This is the state up to 8 p.m. yesterday. It was expected that there would be a little rain on Thursday, but in the end it hardly rained at all. However, low clouds are spreading.
The Three Gorges Dam has three important roles: flood control, power generation, and ship navigation. On the other hand, there are many issues to be solved, such as sedimentation caused by sand accumulating in reservoirs, destruction of the ecosystem and other environments, widespread climate change, cracks in concrete, and the ever-increasing garbage problem. They choose the optimal water level from the viewpoint of hydroelectric power generation, ship operation, etc., and continue to say that it is safe and secure. Is that correct?
In particular, I have doubts about the recent water level situation.
As far as our channel has researched, the area covered by the Three Gorges Dam is the area indicated by the red line.
Next, I check the forecast. It will rain or snow around next Sunday. The weather at the Three Gorges Dam today is forecasted to be sunny with a maximum temperature of 10 degrees and a minimum temperature of -1 degree. The minimum temperature is below zero, so it will be quite cold there.
Now, when you think of the Three Gorges Dam, many viewers probably have images of great floods and hydroelectric power generation. Surprisingly, it is also a popular tourist spot in China. It is reported that the number of visitors from January to June 2023 was 1.5 million. An increase of 50,000 from the same period in 2019, before the coronavirus. This is a photo taken during the long holidays. There is an observation deck overlooking the dam, but it is full of people. However, I would like to add that there are almost no foreigners seen before the infection. As the name suggests, the Three Gorges Dam is named Three Gorges because there are three canyons nearby. It's a scenic place, so it's a remote place surrounded by mountains and there's nothing around. It is surprising that an average of 8,300 people come to such a place every day. When I looked up the current entrance fee, it was 35 yuan for the basic course and 185 yuan for the optional set. When converted to dollars, it's about $5 to $25. I can understand if it's a famous attraction, but just seeing a dam that doesn't move is expensive. Sightseeing tours have been organized even before the dam was completed. I would like to go there at least once, but as you may have guessed, there is a possibility that I will be detained, so I won't go. Construction of China's Three Gorges Dam began in 1993 and was completed in 2009, making it one of the largest dams in the world. The dam was built primarily to control floods, provide electricity, and improve water transportation. The Three Gorges Dam power plant, the world's largest, is located here, with a power generation capacity of 22.5 million kilowatts, and has contributed greatly to China's energy supply. On the other hand, there are many problems associated with dams, and during the flood season, people often talk about the possibility of dams collapsing, so I think many people are aware of this.
The flood season is coming to an end, and from now on, the amount of rain in China will become even less. In 2019 and 2020, heavy rains and floods continued, and there was talk of dams collapsing. On the other hand, there was a water shortage from 2022 to 2023. And there was an extremely low water level. Chinese meteorological authorities have announced the possibility of abnormal weather and high temperatures at an early stage. This year, as of June, large-scale floods occurred in southern China, but now the drought is becoming more severe. We will continue to provide you with the latest information, so please subscribe to our channel.